What is happening, lads? Viper here and welcome to another new video on the channel. Today we're going to be covering the best midfielders, the most meta midfielders in the game. Obviously we've already done attackers. That was the first video we done. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you go and look at that. We're now moving on to the midfielders, which has been requested. Make sure you leave a like on the video if you're enjoying the content, and you subscribe as well if you're enjoying the content as well. This has got a lot of expensive players in it, and some very mid-tier players. No really, to be honest, cheap players. There's a few, but not too many. Obviously, the market is in the mud right now, so a lot of this is coming down in price. Yeah, midfielder is the most important position in the game. I'd prefer to have a good midfield than a good attack. I think most games are won in the midfield, especially tight games. So having the best midfielders you can get is very, very important. And we've got a lot of players in this team, a few SBC cards as well, and some are still, you're still able to complete them. So make sure you do complete them if they are in this video. But without further ado, let's get into the team. Starting off with first player, we've got Marcos Llorente. I think he's quite cheap now. I don't know why. He is so good on this game. The 88 pace, and just the general ability to be a great box-to-box with a 4-star weak foot as well. Good passing, good shooting actually as well. Okay dribbling outside of balance. Good defensively with good strength and aggression and stamina. The chem style you really want to put on him is either a basic or an anchor. I've gone for an anchor because I just want to juice up his pace and strength a bit more. So that is why you've gone for an anchor on him there. He needs to be in most people's teams. I just think he's too good to be missed out on. I can't actually get him in my main team, which I'm really upset about, because I think he's so good. But yeah, Llorente is an absolute beast on this game. Hopefully he gets a few special cards. One special card, he will get 90 pace. With 90 pace, this card is going to be insane. Probably be club 80 as well everywhere else. I mean, only needs 2 defending to get to club 80 right now. But yeah, Llorente is the first card in the team, and he's an absolute beast, one of the best in the team for sure. That is a gold card. Moving on to the right back now, we have Paul Pogba. The reason I like him is his 5-star skills and his just power. He's a bit slow, and he does feel slow in game, but his passing, his shooting, his strength is just so good. Coupled with the 5-star skill, so scoop turns with him, he holds onto the ball so easily, just because of how strong he is. He's awesome on this game. He needs a few special cards though to get his pace up, because his pace is a bit of an issue in game. But he's still very decent, and he's very cheap right now as well. Moving on to our next player, we have our first icon. I love this card in every FIFA. Lothar Matthaus. The only issue with him is his dribbling is abysmal. If you can get past that, you've got an absolute bulldog on your hands here. He is so good at just being annoying. He's kind of like Kante, but just a lot better than Kante. Insane defensively, great aggression, great shooting, great passing, and with a 4-star weak foot and high work rates. Moves around the pitch like Kante, but an icon, and he's quicker, more aggressive, and just a lot better than Kante really. Awesome player if you can afford him. I know he is very expensive right now, but he's one of the best box-to-boxes on the game. Better than Llorente. Reason being is obviously his stats are just so much better. His agility and balance is a bit low, so if you do have this card, I definitely recommend sticking an engine on him just to get his agility and balance up. But this is a beast card, and it's very expensive as well, justifiably so as well, just because he is so good. Obviously, one of the best players in the team for sure, probably top 3. Awesome card in this game. Moving on, we have Laurent Blanc's baby card. This is a card that is loved by pros at the start of FIFA. Reason being is because he's really lanky, being 6'4", medium high work rates. His skill moves are bad. His weak foot's bad. But yeah, the lankiness on him kind of makes him like a B-Tech Vieira. Just because, the long legs are so helpful when you're defending. Obviously, he can go forward and shoot as well. His passing is okay, but his vision is quite low. Dribbling generally is quite good. Defending very good. And the strength is quite a lie just because of how tall he is. I mean, his body type, he does end up tackling a lot of people and bodying a lot of people. But the aggression is quite low as well, so make sure you watch out for that. This is a very good card though. And it has been for years and will continue to be for years as long as icons stay in the game. Yeah, doesn't look like it on the stats really, but this is one of the best midfielders in the game. right now. Until the primes come out, this card will get used. Just because of his ability to tackle the ball with his lanky legs. So yeah, Blanc is a great one. I think he's like 900k to 1 million coins, which isn't too bad really. But yeah, that's why he's in the team. Moving on to our right centre mid now, I believe. It doesn't matter where we are in the team, to be fair. We have an objective card. I have heard so many good things about this card. It's absurd. He's so easy to get as well. If you don't get this card, I think you're doing something wrong. And that's Fellaini. Good passing. Insanely good going forward. Good agility and balance. Just good dribbling generally, actually. Insane in the air. Okay defensively. And the strength and aggression does not matter. Because of his body type and how tall he is, he feels like 99 strength in game no matter what. Fellaini is an insane card. I haven't played a game with him yet. I'm going to in Champs this weekend. But yeah, this card looks to be insane. And a few of my pals that do play with him in their main team have said he's insane. One of my pals does actually play him in a 4-4-2 at right mid. Because of his ability to go forward with his great pace. His ability to defend from a right mid position on comeback on defence. You know, he can do that very, very well. His dribbling is crazy good. The only issue with this card is his passing is a bit low. But he has good short pass and good vision. So this is a very, very strange card, but a very, very good card. Definitely recommend sticking an engine on him. Just to juice up his agility and balance and his passing. You have an awesome card here that's free. I highly, highly recommend you go and complete this. I think it's an absolute no-brainer. And he could be in your team for a while. I've heard some people say that he's really, really good at CDM as well, which is nice to hear. And if you do decide to play him at CDM, get a shadow on him just to juice up his defensive awareness and pace. This is a really, really good card, guys. Go and get him 100%. Moving on to our next player now. We have probably the best player in the team, I won't lie. Zinedine Zidane. Reason he is so good. 5-star, 5-star to start off with. High medium work rate, 6'1". He's really, really strong in game. 84 strength, but he feels stronger in game. Kind of like a quicker 5-star, 5-star Bruno Fernandes. With a better body type. This card is really, really good. And yeah, he justifies his price. I also think he might be one of the best cams in the game. Just because of his ability to hold people off. Defend from the front. Dribbling is generally quite good. Obviously his agility is a bit low, but other than that, his dribbling is insane. Passing it is top tier. And he can shoot very, very well as well. In terms of his traits as well, he's got the finesse shot trait. This is a brilliant, brilliant card. I don't want to talk too much about him. But if you do have the coins, this is probably the best centre mid you can get on the game as a box-to-box. Because he's good defensively, because of his physicality, because of his great passing, dribbling, shooting and pace, and the 5-star, 5-star. This is probably the best centre mid on the game right now. He always gets overlooked for other players like De Bruyne and players like that. If you can afford this card, I promise you, you have the best centre mid in the game. Or if you want to get his cam version, the Bald Zidane, 94 rated. That's also an awesome card that can play in a multitude of positions as well. In terms of the chem style for him, on this card specifically, I'll go for a shadow. Probably on the 94 Zidane as well. Unless you're going to play him at middle cam in a 4-2-3-1 or in a 4-1-2-1-2 at cam. I would suggest you put probably an engine on him to get his agility up. And yeah, this is a brilliant, brilliant card. Go and get him if you have the coins and you're looking for a centre mid. De Bruyne next door to him was my favourite card for a long time in this game. Obviously, the great passing, which I value so highly on this game. The decent pace. They've actually juiced up his defending quite a lot this year. He has got good strength and good aggression for what he is. His agility and balance is quite decent. His dribbling is just really good outside of that. Obviously, the passing is the main thing, though. His driven passes, his long balls, his through balls are just crazy. I'd personally stick a shadow on this card as well. The 4-star... Oh, wow, what have I done there? The 4-star skills and the 5-star weak foot are so valuable as well. This is a card you can't go wrong with for like 40 or 60k or whatever he is now. Yeah, De Bruyne is awesome on this game. Make sure you go pick him up if you can afford him. Now, moving on to our next player. I know you've already seen him. Goretzka. Don't want to talk about him for too long. I always put him in my videos because he is one of the best players in the game. Good strength, good defensively, great dribbling, good passing, good finishing as well. With a 4-star weak foot. He's so cheap now as well that everybody can afford him. Go and pick him up, and he is a great box-to-box for you, and you cannot go wrong with him. Moving next door to him, I've seen a fair few pros using this card now, and that's Kessie's Rulebreaker. Reason he's so good, insane passing, great dribbling, great defensively. Obviously, they got rid of a bit of his physical, but his physical is still quite good. And he is 6 foot with a 4-star weak foot, and just has the body type to be quite powerful in game, which makes him such a great asset. He is brilliant in game. I don't know how much he is actually, so I just know that he's going to be great in game. Let's actually take a look at his price real quick whilst we're here. I'm not too sure on the pricing of him. I'd say he's probably not over 200k. Maybe that's wrong. That might be poor from me. Okay, so no, he's like 150k, man. That's insane for this card. He is so good. If you can afford him, he'll be your CDM till Team of the Year at least. Brilliant card, and I don't know why he's so cheap, to be honest. High work rates as well, so that's not an issue really. So yeah, he's a very good card as well. Moving on to our next player, we have Seedorf's mid card. Reason this is a good box to box, very well rounded. 4-star, 5'9", great strength, good dribbling, good defensively, or okay defensively, great passing and great shooting. He's a very balanced card, this one, and that's why he's good. I don't know how much he is exactly. He's usually around 600k on most FIFAs. Reason being is he's so balanced, obviously, as I've already said. Good pace, great shooting, great passing, great dribbling, okay defensively, and great physical. This is a very balanced card that will see you through, I would say, past Team of the Year, maybe into TOTS. I find this card to be very good in game. Use him for a few years now. I used him a bit last year and a bit the year before that. I find him to be very good, obviously with the 4-star as well. Can shoot and pass on both feet, which is really nice. Yeah, this is a very nice card in my opinion. Moving on to our next player now. We have an SBC card. This time we've got Robin Gosens. This is the defensive one. I'll be very upset if you didn't take this one, because obviously I've done a review on him. If you haven't watched that, make sure you go watch it. This is a no-brainer card to do for like 40-50k. High work rates, great pace. You know, he's good at shooting, like not the greatest. Obviously, the thing is, we took the defensive one, so he gave up the shooting, right? Reason we gave up the shooting is because we wanted the defender to be so good so we could play him as a box-to-box mid, or we could play him as a CDM, whatever we fancied. Obviously, he can also play left-back as well, which is really nice. A very big utilitarian, which is really nice to have on this game. Great super sub. Great if you can start him. Whatever you want to do with this card, he is a must-complete SBC. And yeah, he can play in so many different positions. I find him to be very valuable for that reason. And yeah, make sure you get this card done. Moving on now to our bench. As you can see here, we have a full bench of players. I'm going to go over these kind of quickly. But there are a few that I do want to talk about for a bit. First of all, we have Parejo. I've done a review on him. I actually think he's one of the best centre mids in the game. Reason being, he's just so balanced and he can go forward and shoot. He's a great player in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, which we've also just done a video on. My tactics for the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. I actually think he's better than Bruno, better than De Bruyne. He's just so balanced, and I really like that. And yeah, he's a very awesome card, coming in at about 80k, I believe. No-brainer as well, same as Gosens to do his SPC. I believe he is still there. So make sure you go and get him done. Next door to him, we have Kante's flashback card. Either this card or his gold card are both brilliant. Whatever you fancy really doing. I've just done this card because I couldn't afford his gold card and I had enough things untradeable to get this one done. Great agility and balance. Great defensively and okay passing. He is there to be a proper CDM for you. And that's what he offers. He's very good at that job. Moving on, between him we have Vieira. And this card is... It's hard with this one because he's not a box-to-box. He doesn't have the shooting really to be a box-to-box. Good vision and good passing. Great dribbling. Good defensively. And okay physically with a great stamina. Okay aggression and okay strength. That's the only thing stopping him from really being a proper CDM as well. Is his strength. Obviously he doesn't have the aggression like Kante to make up for that. So this is a bit of a strange card, but I do find it to be very, very good in game. I used him for a fair bit of time, and I really enjoyed him. He's very nimble on the park, very, very good in the middle of the pitch, at dribbling and passing. That is why I like him. We have another SBC card here coming in with Nkunku. This card's great in the middle of the park, similar to Parejo, in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Good going forward, great passing, great dribbling, okay defensively, and okay physicals. Not very, very good, but okay there. He's very similar to Varela in a lot of aspects as well, in the fact that he has insane dribbling, but Nkunku is better because he has 4-star skill moves. Same weak foot as Barrea. An interesting work rates for him, but I really do enjoy this card. His passing is second to none, as good as De Bruyne's, I would say. That's why we like him. Fofana, another SBC card. 60 games with him. Absolute brick. A proper CDM on this game. I wouldn't use him as a box-to-box. I don't really have the answer to why I wouldn't use him as a box-to-box, because he is okay at that job. I just don't think his shooting's good enough, really. I see him as a proper CDM, kind of like a Vieira kind of player, who we'll be getting onto shortly. Just to be there, he's tall, he's very aggressive, great strength, great defensively, okay agility and balance. In fact, better than Vieira's agility and balance, which is quite valuable. And his passing is brilliant as well, with a 4-star weak foot, and high work rates as well. I really do like this card. If you haven't done him, you must do him. He's awesome in game. And then we have what I would consider to be the best of the dribbling CDMs or centre mids. I still think Jong is also a CDM, but he's so good dribbling wise, and that if you do want to play him as a box-to-box, you can. Obviously, he has high-medium work rates this year, which is a change from last year, when he had medium-high, I believe. This is a brilliant card at doing everything in the game. He's okay shooting-wise, great passer, great dribbler, brilliant defensively, and okay physicals. I would play him as a CDM, though. I wouldn't play him as a centre mid. I enjoy my centre mids being great on the ball. So kind of similar to De Jong, but they need to be better shooting-wise. And obviously he has a 3-star weak foot as well, which is a bit dangerous. But yeah, he is very, very good. And he's okay in terms of price, like 600, 700k, I believe. This is an awesome card if you can afford it. I really do enjoy him in game. Now, one of my favourite CDMs in the game, 100%, is Zaccaria. Great strength and aggression combo. Great defensively. Insane dribbling with 98 composure. Agility and balance is very, very high. His passing is pretty decent as well. I find this to be probably neck and neck with Vieira as the best CDM on the game right now. Obviously, he's not as quick as Vieira, but his dribbling is so much better than Vieira's, which is the thing that I like him for. He's really, really good and very, very cheap as well. So if you didn't want somebody like him, he's better than Fofana, in my opinion. I think he is a must pick up if you need a CDM. One of the best on the game. Tonali's been out for a while. Good passing, good dribbling, okay defensively, and good strength and aggression. He has a good body type in game with medium-high work rates. He's basically the De Jong from last year, but instead of having 4-star skills, this one has a 4-star weak foot. I think he's brilliant in game. Very, very quick and a great body type. The next door team we have Fred. This is a box-to-box, once again, but his shooting is so poor that I feel like you have to play him as a CDM. This is a strange one, right? He has great dribbling stats, great passing, apart from his vision. Really good defensively and great aggression, with his stamina being 99 as well. The only issue is his strength is so low that he's a bit dangerous in that regard. But if you can afford him, he is very, very good. It's just a bit weird playing with him because of his strength and his heading accuracy. He's basically not a CDM, but he's not a centre mid either with that poor shooting. It's an awkward card to kind of play in teams. But yeah, he is okay in game. Moving on to our next player now, we have Onyeka. Now, I like this card a lot, but the issue you will have with him is his passing is not good enough. He is basically Kante, 6-foot Kante, high work rates. If you compare him to N'Golo, they're very, very similar. This card has brilliant agility and balance and is 6-foot, which is kind of nice to see. Similar vision and passing to Kante. So yeah, he's very, very similar in that regard to N'Golo. But I think I'd rather have Kante. Even his flashback, I'd rather have Kante still. But yeah, he's very, very good in-game as well. Then we have the two last players in the team, which are both icons. First of all, we have Baby Vieira. If you can afford the mid Vieira, I doubt you're going to be watching this video. But yeah, get the mid Vieira over this card if you do have the coins. But yeah, Vieira is very, very good because he is so tall, so powerful, so quick. This card is so good. The best CDM in the game, bar none, right now. And his mid is just levels above anything else. But this card is still very, very good. Probably the second best CDM in the game after mid Vieira. Great strength and aggression. Good defensively. Okay dribbling. Great passing. Can't go wrong with him. A 3-star on skill moves and weak foot. I find this card to be an absolute beast in game. Go and pick him up if you can afford him. And then we have another Kante kind of card. The only issue with Lahm, the CDM version, is his aggression is so low. That could be a bit of an issue for you. But other than his aggression, this is an insane card. Obviously, the thing that makes Kante kind of good is his ability to have the high aggression, which does kind of deter from the low strength that he has. The aggression kind of makes up for that. But with Lahm having neither of them being good on this game, it's a bit strange to see. But if you can get beyond that, obviously this isn't a box-to-box. This is a CDM similar to Kante. He's so much better passing-wise than Kante. So the kind of draw-off you're getting here is you know, as I said, it's similar to Kante, to where his stats, you know, his height is all very, very similar to Kante. But the difference being, you know, his strength and aggression is both low. But he makes up for that with his great passing, which Kante does not have. So that's the kind of draw-off you're getting here. If you can deal with the low strength and aggression, he makes up for it in the passing department. With a 3-star as well, which is a bit better than Kante as well. High work rates, make of that what you will. I'd definitely stick something to boost his aggression up here though. I don't know what does that the most, probably an Architect, which will also boost his strength quite high as well. And this is a brilliant card. Coming in about 1 million coins, I think he's a lot better than Kante. Just make sure you're able to deal with the lack of aggression and strength. But boys, that is the team. Very, very good setup here. These are the best midfielders in the game. The only player I have missed, which I don't regret missing him at all, is Bruno Fernandes. I don't think Bruno's too good on this game right now. The 3-star weak foot is a big put off for me. I find it so important to have a 3-star weak foot, especially on your box-to-boxes. You can deal with 3-star weak foot on your CDMs. If you actually look at this, we have a lot of 4-star weak foots. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What else we have? 8, 9, 10, and is that 11? 11 4-star weak foots in this team, and I find it to be so valuable. That is a must-have on most of your box-to-boxes. Your CDMs, you can do a 3-star weak foot, but make sure you don't go any less than that unless it's Kante. But yeah, boys, that is going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like on it and you'll subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Lots more content coming out very soon. A few ideas come into my mind for more content. But that's going to be it from me for now, lads, so take care.